Hi, Tom.
Hi, Laura.
I got a good one for you today.
So I've heard you've told me you're excited about this one.
Oh, yes. We got a long book ahead of us, and it's a good book.
All right.
This book is Babel, and quick disclaimer, I listened to the audiobook, and they pronounced it Babel.
Not Babel.
Yes.
Okay.
So it is Babel. That is the book we are reading by R F Kuang.
Okay.
Part 1, Chapter 1 of Babel. It is the 1800s. We are currently in Canton. We have this boy and a professor. All right.
Okay.
This boy is getting suspicious medical treatment. I didn't quite understand what was happening. It supposedly saved his life.
By this professor.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a little weird. This boy, he is from Canton. We are in Canton. He speaks good English. He's 11 years old. He is recovering from this thing, this medical procedure.
Mhm.
So, I suppose a little bit happens, a little time passes. The boy and the professor meet. He reads some lines while touching a bar.
A bar of what?
I don't think we know yet, so I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
It's a metal bar. He has a strong reaction. The bar is humming, and he can taste dates, and his tongue swells a bit.
That's weird.
So he has this reaction to the bar, and according to the professor, this is a good thing. Like, you can tell the professor is pleased by this.
Okay. I'm getting creepy vibes from this professor.
Me too. So, the boy is to move with the professor to London to study because he can do that thing with the bar.
Make his tongue swell, make
Mm-hmm.
it hum,
Yeah.
and taste plums or
Mm-hmm.
dates.
It was dates,
Okay.
I
That's
think.
a unique power set if I've ever heard one.
His parents are dead.
Uh-huh, of course.
Don't worry, we'll learn more.
I feel like parents would prevent you from hanging out with the creepy old professor guy,
Uh-huh, yeah.
you know?
So he is told because they're moving to London, to England, he has to choose an English name. In this whole book, we never learn his original name.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah. So he chooses an English name, Robin Swift.
Robin Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So they take the boat to London. They're on their way. So Robin is a ward of the professor, and he is an Englishman now. So he like gets his papers registered and whatever. Immigration was easier in the 1800s, I guess.
I guess.
So he is specifically a ward. He has not been like adopted or anything. So he starts Greek and Latin lessons while he still has to practice to maintain his Mandarin. And he is specifically maintaining his Mandarin because the professor says that Mandarin is the proper language of the Chinese and Cantonese is not.
I think that's a somewhat held belief in China, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm telling you what the book told me. I'm not Chinese. I don't know anything really about which language is the one
Okay.
that's more spoken.
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how similar it is to the real world versus not.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So he did, again, his mother tongue is Cantonese, but he is now specifically practicing Mandarin.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And whenever this book refers to Chinese in the future, it's usually about Mandarin. All right. So Robin has rooms in the professor's house. There are lots of books. Lots of books appropriate for a kid his age, almost like another kid had lived there.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. And while he's living there, sometimes the professor has friends over. And one time, the professor's buds are over, and they meet Robin, and they say he looks remarkably like the last one. It's in the eyes.
Oh, that's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is
He
this professor doing? Why is he kidnapping young boys?
well, so it's in the eyes. So Robin apparently looks mixed, like he is like mixed white and Chinese.
Okay.
So that is why it would be like in the eyes or something. Maybe his eyes aren't as like narrow as they could be. I don't know.
Or he's like, I don't know, got an eye color of some
Mm-hmm.
variety.
Yeah.
I don't know that much about genetics
Nope.
for, all that.
We are white.
Yeah.
All right. So the professor here, he is a professor at Oxford. The professor is grooming Robin to go to Oxford. So that's why he's like in all these classes.
Hmm.
And
He's certainly grooming this child,
I
all right.
yes. So the bar was silver, and silver is a powerful metal, and powerful is indeed intended as, oh yeah, it's powerful. Silver is magic in this world.
Whoa.
So,
It's got it's got electricity in it.
kind
It's
of.
very conductive.
Basically, silver can do anything.
Whoa.
So, for example, a canal that's lined with silver will have cleaner water. You can have a plate, like a dinner plate, that's lined with silver that will maintain your food's warmth. You can have a boat that is has silver in the hull, and you will have a smoother voyage.
So it's just like this thing, make it better. Apply silver is better now.
Pretty much. We
Okay.
will learn a little bit more about how that happens, but we don't know yet.
Do we I'm starting to predict something.
Okay.
The procedure at the beginning.
Okay.
The professor just put silver in this boy. Make this boy better. Put silver in him.
I can just tell you, he had like the flu and he was gonna die, and the professor used a silver bar on him to heal him. Yeah.
Ah, so I was close.
Yes. The professor did use silver to heal him.
He was like, I'm gonna put silver in this boy.
Yeah.
All right.
So Robin is exploring London. He's doing his lessons in Greek, Latin, and Mandarin. He loves reading. Basically, Robin's having a training montage.
All right.
We love our
Uh,
training
I'm
montages.
I'm glad he's at least enjoying it, you
hmm
know.
Yeah, so he's been in London for like a little bit now, a few weeks, a couple months. And one time he reads past a lesson. So the professor like took him to a bookshop and he got to pick out his very own book. And then he was like really excited. So when they got home, he started like reading it, and it was like, like a really fun book about pirates or whatever. And he read past a lesson, and the professor comes in, beats him up,
Oh,
like literally punches him and hits him with like a poker. And he is apparently very careful not to permanently injure Robin. So it is like a very precise beating, which is very creepy.
that's practiced.
Yes. The professor calls all Chinese lazy, and Robin only has 6 years to prepare to go to Oxford. And if he doesn't like whip his butt into shape, he won't be ready.
How old is this boy?
He's 11.
Okay, so he will be 18.
Yeah,
Okay,
he'll
but
be like college age.
so him deciding to read a fun book instead of doing a lesson was worthy of being beaten.
Yes, because he skipped the lesson.
Gotcha.
hmm
Yeah, okay.
Um, but he gets the lesson that the professor was giving,
Uh-huh.
and he never misses another lesson, and now it is 6 years later.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Cool. That poor
So
kid.
Robin became a good little studier, and he's off to Oxford next week.
All right.
Yep,
Doing what is is
his
it st
guardian.
is it still Guardian?
It is his guardian, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So at Oxford, he is specifically going to the Royal Institute of Translation. So now it makes sense that he was, studying all these languages.
Yeah.
So he meets a boy at his dorm, his neighbor. His name is Rami. And it seems like he had a very similar upbringing. So Rami is from Kolkata, India. And he has also spent the last few years in England prepping for Oxford.
Did he also get kidnapped by a professor who saved his life by giving him silver?
Potentially. He's definitely not living with his family.
All right.
So they basically immediately become best friends
Huh?
because they are basically the only two people of color in Oxford,
Yeah, all right.
which gets them attention. And
Minority
yeah,
solidarity.
and Robin is like kind of uncomfortable with that because he's basically spent the last 6 years of his life just like studying
hmm
reclusively.
Yeah, not much of a social life there.
Yeah, and now he like goes out in public and people are like, "Ooh,
This exotic boy.
an exotic boy! Oh my god!"
Ugh.
So Rami is like, "Dude, that professor, that's your dad. That's not just your guardian. Like, why else would he have you?" And we're like, "Huh, interesting."
Mm.
And yeah, so we meet some other students. They discuss how status and robes are really important, and just like all sorts of like the socialites and the importance of social culture at Oxford.
Mm.
So it's revealed that Robin's robes are the babbler's robe. So the translation students are apparently all on scholarship,
Okay.
which is interesting.
That is interesting.
hmm So Basically, Robin and Rami, they're just meeting a bunch of racism, but because Robin is presumably half white and the other half is Asian, he can pass better than Rami can because he has light skin. And then it's only like up close that people might notice that he actually looks different.
It's the eyes,
It's in the
Lar.
eyes.
Ugh.
So Robin is out alone at night. All right. This is still before class has started. They've like moved into Oxford just like a couple days before class started to settle in, right?
Hmm.
And he's out alone and he hears some Chinese. And he's like,
Whoa.
well, that's interesting. And it's some guys, and one of them that looks just like him. Robin is like, whoa, it's my doppelganger.
Whoa.
And they're trying to use a silver bar to make themselves invisible, but they're not doing it very successfully. They're kind of like flickering
Mm.
and not like quite becoming invisible.
Okay.
So Robin helps them do it properly to avoid the cops.
Oh, he just knows how to do it.
Yeah, so on the silver bar, there's a word in Chinese that he like says. He like says this word, and then they become invisible.
Okay, so it has to do with what is etched into the silver then?
Yes.
Okay.
But importantly, he does just kind of in like see these people struggling against and knowing having to hide and being suspicious, and he does immediately help them.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. He had like the most trusted person in his life like abuse the crap out of him. So like,
Maybe he doesn't have a super great sense of right and wrong.
yeah.
All right, so it's Monday morning now. It's the first day of school. So Robin and Rami meet up with the two others in their cohort. So their class size is 4.
Great.
Small class. Um, the two others are girls, and Robin is like flabbergasted that girls exist.
Whoa, girls?
Well, again, basically, for the past 6 years, he's been living in a house just being tutored and studying.
Yeah.
So he has like never interacted with a girl before.
Hmm.
So we have an English girl, Letty, and we have a black girl who is French Creole. Her name is Victoire.
Victoire?
Victoire. The French way. So we have Robin, Rami, Letty, and Victoire. Their university hall is called Babel, and apparently it's bigger on the inside because of silver.
Ooh. It's a
It's
TARDIS.
like the TARDIS.
Yeah. But also, they named the language hall Babel. That's funny.
That is funny. So they're getting a tour by like one of the. He's not an upperclassman. He is a He's like a graduate student working there. Except they don't have graduate school, so he's just like a graduate person working there.
Okay.
He's a Babel grad,
Yeah,
and he
he's an
works there.
alum.
He's an alum. There we go. And he knows, so he's giving him a tour explaining. He says that silver working apparently causes a lot of fires. So, where they work on silver working is on the 8th floor, so that the fire will like go up and gives more people time to evacuate when they have fires.
Okay. Why not just make like fire resistant walls with silver?
Maybe they haven't figured out how to do that yet.
I mean, they've figured out how to clean their waters and stuff like that. Like,
Well, so Robin's professor guardian man, he is an Asian language scholar at Babel.
okay.
Okay, so he also speaks Chinese, right? Like Robin does, which makes sense because he was over there, picking Robin up.
Hmm.
Babel graduates, after they graduate from this translation institution, they will work in fields such as classics interpretation, literature translation. They might do live translation,
Hmm.
like between people, and they can do silver working.
Okay, so you have to know multiple languages to do silver working then.
Yes.
Hmm.
Silver working is like it's kind of the prestigious option of all of the options. Like, it's like if you're not good enough for silver working, you go into classics. Like, that's kind of the
Okay.
vibe.
It's like how people are like, if you're not good at mechanical engineering, you go into like, I don't know what would be considered.
Low class engineering.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think of it more as the phrase "those who cannot do teach."
I don't believe that
Well, yeah, that
though.
is insulting to teenagers, but teenagers to teacher that is insulting to teenager. Oh my god, that is insulting to teachers.
Yeah.
Got it.
Not
Made it
only
out.
that, but like It's just blatantly not true.
Yeah.
Like, teachers, in order to teach, have to be able to do it.
Oh yeah. When
Like,
I was in college, there were plenty of like professors who were terrible at teaching.
yeah,
So
like,
anyway,
ugh. Anyways.
so Babel accepts all of these foreign students, and right, we're in Oxford in the 1800s. It's not a very foreign place, right?
Yeah, it's not a very common thing.
Yeah. So they accept all these foreign students because they're apparently better at languages than English-born people.
That's true in real life, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Probably because, all the English-born people, they have all this English pride and all they know is English and they're like English, right? But if you have a foreign student whose mother language is a different language and then they have to learn English too, then they already have this other language.
yeah, that's true. I was gonna say in the U.S. it's because of education system.
Mm-hmm. So silverworking and spells that use silver, we can
Mhm.
call them spells pretty much. Silverworking dependent on language in some way.
Yeah.
And Babel is like a very secure place. So as part of this tour, they get like their biosecurity in Babel. So they use vials of blood. So like the
Uh-huh.
tower has your blood, and therefore the tower will like let you in.
Using silver.
Yeah, probably using silver, but like
Okay.
because they have your blood, and this lets you pass the wards. There are wards on the tower
Do they
to
also have
protect
to
it.
sign an NDA or
I don't think they had NDAs, but yeah, probably.
they definitely had NDAs back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah, they
Yeah.
probably yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the rationale for blood instead of something else is like, well, someone would have to be much more motivated to obtain your blood to get in here
Yeah.
to break in. It's like, oh yikes, okay.
Well, yeah.
All right, so they have a little break, and the cohort is commiserating about being minorities, right? Because basically we have two men who are people of color and two girls.
One of the girls is even a person of color, which
Mm-hmm.
is like double unfortunate.
Yep. So the girls, they're facing pretty much as much sexism as the boys are experiencing racism.
Yeah.
And the girls often pretend to be boys, or at the very least just dress like boys because it's easier.
Yeah, it's easier to be persecuted for something else.
Well, yeah, and it's more of just like they just get so much like attention as girls on campus because this is probably the era when girls aren't really allowed to like be scholars. So
Mm.
they just get so much attention as girls. Sometimes it's just easier to pass as a boy,
All
right?
right.
Even though they are allowed to be there.
Yeah. I mean, there's no rule saying they can't be.
Yeah, and they are like specifically at this institute, right?
Mm.
So we learn a little bit more about Victoire, and she is from Paris and also came to England with a guardian. And all babblers basically seem to be hand chosen from childhood to come to this institute, at least all these foreign students.
That's weird.
It is kind of weird.
Did all of them have a creepy professor do surgery on them
Yeah,
with
maybe.
silver?
Well,
My guess is yes.
yeah. So the girls live off campus because obviously they would distract the boys if they lived on campus. So they have to live off campus.
Sure.
Yeah.
And none of those boys are gay.
The girls have to live off campus.
Uh-huh.
So Robin sees his doppelganger again. So
Whoa.
yeah. So when they were you know, at each other before, he was like, "Hey, meet me at this one pub. We'll chat." So Robin goes there and they meet up.
Hmm.
And the guy seems to know a suspicious amount about Robin. He's like, "Whoa, how do you know so much about me?"
Is he like, I'm your long lost brother, or is this a time travel situation?
Well, his name is Griffin, and it turns out they don't look exactly the same. It is implied that he is the professor's bastard, just like Robin probably also is.
Okay.
So I will be henceforth referring to him as Professor Dad.
Professor Dad.
Yes.
Yeah. Who definitely just murdered a Chinese woman at some point.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So,
Or Cantonese woman,
yeah.
I suppose. Yeah.
Hmm. So Griffin and Robin, half brothers. That's why they look similar. And they're both,
At the bare minimum.
yeah, and they're both half Chinese, half white, so that's probably why they look so similar to each other. They may not actually be like identical, but because no one else is half Chinese, half white in this area, they're the only people who even look remotely like each other.
Mhm.
So, Griffin's group, he's part of this secret society, is basically Robin Hooding it with the silver. So they steal silver from Babel and then Robin Hood it out to people who need it.
Okay.
And he asks Robin to join their group and help steal for them.
Well, I mean, he's already in
He already did
Babel.
it once.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they are the Hermes Society.
Oh, it's a fun name.
Hmm. All right. So Griffin tells Robin a little bit more about silver and like why England doesn't deserve to have it, basically. So a lot
Ooh.
of silver requires these foreign languages, right? Chinese, Arabic, Sanskrit, right? It requires them to work, and Babel has been poaching foreign talent to England, right? So like Robin and Rami and Victoire are
Mm-hmm.
all from like foreign lands, and they were kind of brought to England to do this work.
Mm. Okay.
And most silver bars in England are kind of used for like decoration and vanity. Like obviously we saw some practical examples like making cleaner water, but like they can also do like really fancy things like make pretty fountains and make your air smell better, you know.
Yeah, I feel like if we have something that can literally just like,
Well, yeah, it can save lives.
yeah, save lives, why would you use it for? Okay.
Hence
Yeah.
why Griffin's group is doing the Robin Hooding.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Justified.
Yeah. And Babel pretty much funds the English Empire with silver. So because Babel is like the premier silver working people and they have the most knowledge, England kind of has like this monopoly on silver working talent.
Mm,
So Babel helps like fund the power of the English Empire as well. So Hermes
okay.
is about opposing this. They want to provide silver for doctors. They want to help slave revolts, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So Griffin says he was a Babel student and he left after 3 years. It's a 4 year program. He left after year three, and he was in Hermes the whole time. So after this whole discussion, Robin is like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to join. I just got here." So Griffin gives him 5 days to decide,
Or what?
or he doesn't join.
Okay. I thought he was like under threat of direct like
Well, he doesn't really know anything,
if
so
you tell anyone about this secret society, I'll do things like turn invisible. Wait, I
yeah,
can't.
yeah. So all right.
Wait, if he studied
Oh,
there for 3 years, how is he like that bad at doing the silver casting stuff?
I don't know. Maybe that'll be a plot point later.
That's really weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe that will specifically be brought up later.
I feel like it definitely will. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like he definitely didn't just leave Babel.
Yep. All right. So they're taking classes. Oh,
Uh-huh.
he did fake his own death, by the way.
He faked his own death.
Yeah, that's how he got out of going to Babel after year three.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
All
He
right.
wasn't kicked out for not being able to do stuff
Yeah.
then, supposedly.
Supposedly. All right, so we're taking classes. Everyone's super nerdy. They're taking classes like translation theory, Latin, Chinese. Robin, notably, is the only Chinese student and a native speaker, so he's basically already contributing to the research because even his professor isn't a native speaker.
Sounds about right.
Uh huh. Apparently, in this time, it is illegal for Chinese people to teach the Chinese language to foreigners. So, theoretically, that would be why there aren't that many white people who know Chinese. It's literally illegal to teach them.
I wonder if it's like because the Chinese don't want to make Babel more powerful.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, basically, Robin is already contributing to the Chinese research because he's the only one there who speaks it.
All right.
Yep. All right.
So, you said what were the languages that were important for silversmithing? It was
Yeah, okay.
Chinese. It was like Cantonese or not
Yeah,
Cantonese, Mandarin.
Chinese, Mandarin, Cantonese. It doesn't, yeah. Chinese, Sanskrit, Arabic, these like foreign languages are important. And they all know Latin and Greek. Those are like prerequisites. So every student at Babel has like, they all know Latin and Greek,
Hmm.
and they all also have their own like little language specialties.
Yeah, I was wondering if it had to do with like the specific characters, but
Hmm.
Sanskrit and Arabic are very different from
Yeah. So
Mandarin.
like,
So,
yeah, Rami, he speaks Arabic, I think, and probably another one. I don't
okay.
know. He's from India. I don't remember exactly what they said he speaks. And then, Victoire, she speaks French. She's from Haiti, right?
Hmm.
And then Letty also speaks French and also German as well, I think, but she is English born.
Okay.
All right. So Robin has dinner with his professor dad,
Right.
and and he's kind of trying to edge for some information about why there's so much silver in England and why are there no scholars in Canton,
Hmm.
because like theoretically anyone could learn languages. And the professor dad is like, language is free. So what we're doing isn't exploitative. They could do their own. They could establish their own language institute. It's not my problem that they're not.
Right. And where exactly are they supposed to get this silver from?
Yeah. And he's basically like, listen, Babel, first and foremost, serves the crown. So Babel isn't about like moral standing. We're not about like helping foreigners. We are Englishmen.
Hmm.
So we're kind of like, this is where Babel stands.
That's a like really dangerous thought process to have.
So after this, Robin isn't hearing what he wants to hear, which is that Babel is like good.
Hmm.
So he's hesitant, but he decides to join Griffin. And it's because of the idea of Babel and scholarship, which, for the past 6 years, he's been studying a lot and he's really fallen in love with just studying and language theory and languages itself.
Hmm.
But the reality is that these languages are like kind of being used exploitatively.
Yeah.
So he's like, ooh, I want to support Babel, but I don't know if I can. Right.
He's like, I gotta learn, but also
Yeah.
these
So,
guys are like terrible.
yeah. So he decides to join Griffin. And Griffin communicates with Robin with notes. So he gets a note from Griffin. It's his first heist mission. So Robin, he follows these instructions very well. He's a very good boy. He lets two Hermes operatives into Babel and then dips. So it's like he walks over to Babel at midnight because he has the blood to open the door. He opens the door, lets them in. He waits 5 minutes in the lobby, and then he dips out of there.
All right.
So, and like they like do it on a rainy night, so that like no one can see. And
Are they invisible at the same time?
no, they were not invisible, but
Well, all
it's
right.
like rainy, so like no one's like watching while it's like pouring.
All right. I have a question then.
Yeah,
So this silver bar that they use to be invisible,
yeah.
is that just like gone now? Is that used up?
It is not mentioned.
Okay. So silver, is it expended on cast?
No,
Okay. Why aren't they just turning invisible?
maybe they can't use it.
Well, I guess they were struggling quite a bit. Yeah.
Griffin is not one of these operatives, and it was Griffin using the bar before and struggling to use it.
Mm. Okay.
It is noted that silver bars do have like a kind of a shelf life. We'll learn more about that later, but the silver material itself isn't like expended.
Okay.
So, all right, so that was a successful heist. The
I
next day,
guess, yeah.
yeah, they stole some silver bars. Robin doesn't know what they did with it, and the next day he's feeling a ton of anxiety, but there does not seem to be any consequences.
No, they don't have. I mean, would the concept of a scan-in system be even remotely possible with this? Would they be able to ID him coming in at that time of night?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they have the wards, so basically they are limited by what silver can do to enact these wards, and you don't know yet what silver can do, and I'm not going to tell you
Hmm.
until we get to it in the book.
I'm sure.
So we're limited by what silver can do, and at this point it seems that the silver wards, they can identify who's coming in, or at the very least, they can identify based on all of the blood if it's someone who's supposed to be there or not. Sort of like a yes no question.
Okay, so it's Boolean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that happened. That was great. And it's been a few weeks of classes. Our cohort is basically they're only friends with each other because they're all international and women. So they're really separated into their own little bubble.
Yeah.
They enjoy debating about the morality of England and Oxford and Babel. Robin doesn't usually join in because of the guilt of the thievery. So, like kind of the discussion Griffin and Robin were having about how like Babel supports the crown, but they're also kind of exploiting people and not helping the rest of the world, right? So they're all having that conversation. Robin's like, I don't feel comfortable joining in because I've clearly chosen a side.
He can have a side without and argue it without giving himself away.
Yeah.
Like,
But he also hasn't told them. So
yeah.
Robin like feels guilty for thieving from Babel, but he also feels guilty about being at Babel, and the thievery helps relieve the guilt of being at Babel. So he's kind of in this like a really great feedback loop of feeling guilty all the time.
So he's in a damned if I do, damned if I don't
Yeah.
type deal. Okay.
Yeah. So he's done 3 more heists now.
Uh-huh.
Basically his role is just letting the actual thieves into Babel, and he has to trust Griffin about the benefits of the stealing and where the silver bars are going, because Griffin ain't telling him anything.
Well, yeah, obviously not. This is Robin's the fall guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah. So the fourth heist, it's a little dicey, but it still goes off. And then heist number 5 and 6 happen by the end of the term as well. By the way, they have 8-week terms. They have 3 of them per year,
okay.
so they have trimesters. So now it's the second trimester of year 1. We've done a bunch of heists. They're in fact starting to feel easy by heist number 7. It's all
Yeah.
just part of his routine now.
I mean, he just opens the
He just
door,
goes
chills
out at
there for
midnight.
5 minutes.
Yep, lets them in, and
Yeah.
then walks away.
Yeah.
And he's actually started meeting a bit more with Griffin. Maybe they're like forming a bit of companionship.
They're going
And
out for drinks together.
yeah, they go out for drinks. And Griffin is he's telling Robin that it becomes harder to work at Oxford with the morality issues. So, like, Robin's in this kind of like feedback cycle right now where he kind of feels guilty for being at Babel, but he also feels justified for being there because he's their inside man and he's helping them in.
Hmm.
But Griffin is like, eventually it'll become too hard for you to work with them. And that is the point at which you fake your death and become a full-time Hermes operative.
I see.
Yeah. So Robin's future is mapped out here.
So he's being double groomed then.
Oh, Robin's being groomed on all sides.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Hmm. Yeah, and Robin, he likes being valued at Babel, right? Like, he's the only one who speaks this language, and he has important things to contribute towards scholarship.
Yeah.
This boy is a big nerd.
It's just very unfortunate what it's being used for.
Yes.
Yeah. This feels similar to the guy who made the atom bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, this
I'm
is
a
a
big
huge
nerd.
scientific advancement, but also I've killed a lot of people because of this.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
And also, Babel is like the most prestigious place at Oxford.
Mm.
Like, Babel is like,
The spot to be.
it is the spot to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to get into Babel.
Uh-huh.
Even though, like, half the students are, like, handpicked to be there, right? That's why it's so hard to get in.
Yeah, because everyone's already picked out and groomed for it.
Yeah. All right.
It's like Olympic athletes. You gotta like train from birth, pretty much.
Yeah. All right, so they're halfway through the second term. They're total snobs now. They've totally found their place. They're like, oh haha, we are Babelites. We are big language nerds.
We can do silver things.
Yep. Well,
Maybe.
not yet actually,
Oh well, why are they acting so high and mighty then?
because they're the Babelers.
Well, you know what? Talk to me when you can silvercast. I don't know.
All right, so Robin even gets invited to the cool kids party.
Hmm.
So like the white kids, the cool white kids, he gets invited to their party.
Whoa.
Yeah, his friends are jealous / think it's a bad idea, and he goes.
They're
He's like,
probably right.
yeah, oh, it probably is a bad idea. Yeah, but Robin goes because he's like, I was invited to the cool kids party. It's because he's the one who can is of the 4 of them the one who is most. None of
White.
them are societally acceptable, but he's the most because he could kind of pass as white.
He's the most white.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even more than the white girl
That's so.
because he's a man.
That's so.
Yep.
Ugh.
So he goes to this
Alright.
party, but it's kind of clear he was invited as a novelty. Like, they kind of want to impress this foreign kid. But Robin's like, these guys are idiots. They're all just like trust fund babies. So he's like, eh. So he's unimpressed. He smacks them down with his smarts and he leaves. And the
It's
rest, he tells his cohort they all find it hilarious too. So they're all friends.
He's like, you're all nepo babies.
Yeah. Also, a note about Letty. She is the only one in the cohort who actually took the entrance exams and wasn't hand selected.
Oh, so the girl who's like native to England
Mm-hmm.
was the only one who wasn't groomed for it.
Yeah.
Crazy how
Yeah.
it'd be like that.
So she is also very smart, right? Because she passed the entrance exams.
Uh-huh.
So it's sort of like all these foreign students. They were kind of like hand selected because of their foreignness and their foreign languages.
Hmm.
But Letty actually wasn't hand selected. So in some way, she's pretty impressive, you know?
Yeah. In some ways, I think that just straight up is impressive.
Yeah.
Like everyone's there on scholarship.
Well, even Letty's there on scholarship. All Babel students are on
Oh,
scholarship.
that's my point.
Yeah.
She's there on scholarship and she wasn't groomed for it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like that's impressive.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you weren't literally beaten to be smarter. That's crazy. Whoa.
Yeah. So, all right. So second and third terms pass and year 1 ends.
All right.
So we've had a whole year of learning.
And how many heists?
7 so far.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a good number.
Yes.
The sacred angle.
Though it could be fair. It could be that they stopped mentioning them after number 7.
Maybe. Do you know what I mean by the sacred angle?
No.
It's just an angle. It's a 7. It's
What?
an
Oh,
angle.
that is a nice angle. Do you
It's
know
a
what degree it is?
no, no. I think it depends on how you draw it, but
Depends on the font.
the joke there is that in my D&D group, my D&D friend group,
Hmm.
we joke that the average that we roll is 7 because we roll below average and it's rough.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the sacred angle. Just to help our feelings whenever we roll it.
Yep. Okay, so over the summer, the cohort, they all like study abroad for language immersion practice.
Ooh.
So Robin visits somewhere in China. It's not very gone into very much detail, and it's already the start of year 2. And they start a silver working theory class. You ready to learn about how silver works? At least a little bit?
I am. However, I kind of am upset that they just glossed over his time in China.
It wasn't like his homeland in Canton, it's somewhere else.
Yeah, I understand that. Wouldn't he like wouldn't it be a good thing for him to like start teaching people in China the things he's learning in Babel?
Well, he hasn't learned anything about silver working yet.
Oh, I guess not about silver working, but like being like, yeah, like language is super important
Language,
for it. So
bro.
let's
Yeah.
like kick it into gear, you
Well,
know?
that didn't happen.
Here, I'm gonna give you some of the silver I stole. Like,
Yeah. All right. So, spells, silver working, they work on words that don't have an exact meaning in another language. So basically, silver working is based on what is lost in translation, and that can be manifest with a silver bar.
okay.
So, kind of one of the examples they put, I don't remember what language it is, but they have a word that means like boat, but it also kind of invokes the meaning crab because the boat is like some sort of crabbing boat. It kind of
Hmm.
looks like a crab. But in English, it's just boat. And in
Yeah,
English, boat
th-
doesn't mean crab.
they're all boats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you put this word in this other language, that kind of means boat and also kind of means crab. And in English, boat on the other side, you have crabs, which are lost in translation. And if you have a boat that you put this on, it's like a better fishing boat because it invokes crabs.
Does it catch crabs better
Yeah,
specifically?
maybe all fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So they can manifest what is lost in translation,
So
which is kind of cool.
so if I wrote Schadenfreude on one side, do you know what Schadenfreude is?
No.
I have to Google it again.
Okay, then let's not.
No.
Okay.
This is a good side. Schadenfreude. This is pleasure derived by someone from another person's misfortune.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I think it's a German word.
Yeah, so
But
like maybe you could write like pleasure on the other side, and then it would manifest misfortune.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It doesn't always work perfectly like that. That's why there's a lot of experimentation with silver,
Hmm.
because you have to like kind of find the right combination of words that
Okay.
will evoke the effect you want.
So you have to like
There's a lot of like rooting through etymology.
yeah, you have to really know your words.
Which is why languages and being fluent in them is so important. Speaking of which, the speaker of the bar, so in order to evoke a bar, you have to like speak the English word and the word in the other language. They
Hmm.
must be fluent.
In both.
Yes.
Okay.
And fluent as in like they always describe it in this book as like do you dream in the other language? Like that's how fluent you have to be. Do you think in that language?
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe then Griffin is not fluent in Mandarin.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
So, overall, silver working is much cheaper than what they charge. That is how Babel is so rich. Because they charge bank for magic, basically. Meanwhile, it's actually pretty cheap. It's just the material silver and then, like, the translations. And once you figure out the translations, they're pretty easy to mass produce, right?
Yeah.
So,
So they're really just scamming people.
yeah. Also, interestingly, you can't use the word translate on a silver bar because that is a paradox. Because you're, like, translating translation.
Hmm.
So, the bar will, like, explode.
Oh, that's cool. All
Yeah,
right.
it does not go well.
Let me make this explosive bar real quick. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what they were talking about fires
Yeah.
with silver
Well,
working.
yeah, like if you like do like the wrong combination of words, it can like cause bad effects,
Mm,
right? So that's why there's a lot of like details in order to get the right effect. All right. So all in all, silver working is etymology.
yeah.
Great. And also, as languages affect each other, bars become less effective. So this is an issue with Romance languages, right? Like Latin and English affect each other a lot. And like, French and Latin, they're both Romance languages. They're similar. So as languages affect each other, they become less effective because their translations are less distinct.
Okay, so you need something that's like very different, like
Yes, and that is why
Mandarin or
robins in Chinese and Arabic, these actual foreign lands, are very useful for silverworking.
because
Mhm.
they're not Romance languages.
Yes, they are not European languages.
Yeah.
Also, in year two, they have to start learning another language to broaden their languages. So Robin starts learning Sanskrit. And they also pick up some sports, just to have some physical activity. Robin's rowing, the girls are fencing.
Good for them.
Yeah, they're having a great time.
Yeah.
It's winter now, year two.
Okay. Yeah.
So Robin's still in contact with Griffin. They're growing closer, they're chatting more.
Haven't talked about any new heists.
Well, no. Griffin still isn't really telling Robin about where the bars are really being held, where they're going. He instead lectures him about world politics.
Okay.
Apparently, natural silver in the world is running out.
Whoa.
So,
Eventually they'll be.
yeah. And apparently, China has a lot of this silver.
I'm
Because,
shocked.
yeah, well, it's because
Exploitation.
I don't know, they were like buying stuff from China, like tea probably, and then they paid with silver, and now China has all this silver, and they're running out of like natural silver to mine.
Oh, okay. So China just has silver because of trade.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Hermes, they steal in small amounts that can be covered by accounting errors. So that's
Smart.
why like they kind of get away with it. Yeah.
That is how a clever thief does it, yes.
Yeah. So overall, Robin like wants to know more about Hermes, and Griffin is like, nope, I don't trust you enough for that because you're still in Babel. Like you are still.
Gee, you haven't even faked your own death? I can't trust you at all.
Yeah, like really. All right. So it's Christmas time. Griffin needs Robin because the professor dad he took Griffin from China too, but he took Griffin too early. Griffin doesn't dream in Chinese, so he can't work the bars as consistently.
So I was right.
Mm-hmm.
He's
So
not fluent.
take two with Robin. He took him at a later age, which went better.
Uh-huh.
So he took Robin at 11 years old. Maybe he took Griffin when he was like 8 or something. So
Uh-huh.
the Chinese wasn't as like firmly rooted in his like brain.
I don't think that's how that works. I'm gonna be real for real with you, like
Maybe he didn't insist that Griffin keep practicing Chinese once he moved to England.
maybe. I just I don't know. I just think of the one thing that I learned from my psychology classes, which was that if a mother is bilingual,
Mm-hmm.
or multilingual or whatever language they primarily speak in while the baby is developing
Mm-hmm.
in utero
Mm-hmm.
is typically the preferred
Yeah.
language of the kid.
I mean, I don't know if that works. Cause my dad, his first language is Polish,
Yeah, but
and his preferred language is English. He says he thinks in English,
okay.
and it's only when he actually visits his mom during our like annual trips over to where she lives is when he does start communicating more in Polish and he starts to think in Polish a little more. So it comes back to him, but definitely his preferred language is English. And
Okay.
that's probably what happened to Griffin, right? He came to England and then everything's in English in England, shockingly.
I
And
did I did say generally, by the
mm-hmm,
way. So it's not like
yeah.
it applies to everyone clearly,
And
but
when you are in this environment, it's like English is all you're supposed to do. It's like English is the good thing. You're supposed to be good at English.
mhm.
And then I think Griffin still like speaks Chinese. He still knows the language, but he doesn't dream in Chinese.
Mhm.
And that's the key point.
He's been hit by the you're in America, you'll speak American,
Yes. Yep.
but England.
Yep. All right. So, next heist. And yeah, Robin. Okay, there's a part I kind of skipped over a little bit. The wards are often like updated and stuff, and there was like kind of like a scary thing where like someone tried to get in and the wards like murdered him.
Oh,
Yeah, the wards
yeah.
are kind of scary. So
Okay.
the next heist, and Robin is like, "Hey Griffin, maybe you should be careful." And Griffin's like, "It'll be fine. Come on, I planned this. I've never failed you before." But there are new wards on the doors, and the alarm sounds, and Robin gets shot. He is just grazed on the arm,
Mhm.
and he does get away. and he does heal. He like sews himself up, and the wound heals.
Okay.
But Robin is pissed and annoyed at Griffin because he warned him a lot about the new wards, and Griffin ignored him.
Yeah.
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 So,
Understandable, especially after getting shot.
yep. So the second and third terms of the second year passed with no word from Griffin.
Well, why would he want to interact with Griffin at this point?
Yeah.
He's like, you're not
Well,
even gonna like.
well, remember.
First and foremost, you're not gonna trust me at all, despite the fact that I have been loyally letting you into this place to steal and haven't said anything to
Not
anyone
even to
about
my best
it.
friends.
Like,
Well, also, Robin can't contact Griffin. Griffin can only contact Robin. Griffin hasn't given Robin a way to contact him if he needs. So, basically, I guess, like, the heist was, like, kind of a flop. I mean, they did get away, but it was kind of a flop, and Griffin just hasn't contacted him since.
I continue to exasperatedly sigh.
Yeah. Griffin is, maybe he's not the best project manager.
Maybe, you know.
Well, I guess if you live in hiding, it could be stressful.
I bet.
Yeah. All right, so it's summer again. Summer Sanskrit intensive. Now they're third years.
Okay, and they didn't realize it was Robin who they shot.
No, he was able to like hide it
Okay.
because he was able to get away that night, and then he was able to like clean the wound and sew it up, and
Yeah, no one saw his face or
Yeah.
anything like that. Gotcha.
so he got away.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so it's year 3. The cohort has the junior year blues basically. Harder coursework. The novelty of being at Oxford is running out.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
So once they're third years, they also start an undergraduate thesis project. So they have to start working on a project. And Robbins is basically some Chinese Sanskrit translations.
Okay.
Victoire apparently hates her apprenticeship because she is basically helping with research to better control slaves.
Ugh.
Yep. That is what her professor is making her do because she's black and therefore she knows how to control the slaves. And she's like, I hate this guy so much.
She should.
She's like, I would rather do literally anything else.
She should underhandedly ruin his research.
Yeah.
That's what I'd do.
Yeah.
But I'm petty, so
Yeah, basically the international students, they kind of have to deal with white professors appropriating their cultures for these projects.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Robin should be very used to that at this point. He's
Yeah.
been appropriated his entire life.
Indeed. And some of the cohort, some of their friendships are growing a little tense. Like Rami and Letty are kind of Ross and Racheling it. Like it seems like they're arguing all the time, but it's like a flirtatious arguing because they're like obsessed with each other, but they also don't know how to handle it.
Okay, thank you for clarifying, because I don't watch Friends.
Okay.
I'm not. I haven't seen every episode of Friends like you have.
That's fair.
All right.
Okay.
I barely know who Ross and Rachel are to
Okay.
begin with.
Well, also in the third year, in addition to the projects, they have apprenticeships. So they help a professor with silver work. So Robin is helping maintain some commercial bars. So he and the professor, they like go out to like homes and they, if the bars need like a touch up, like a refresh, they can do that. Like sometimes they need to be clean, sometimes the words just need to be spoken again, stuff like that.
Okay.
All right, so
So that's the maintenance stuff that
yeah,
you're
the
telling
maintenance
me
stuff
about.
that they charge like a fortune for, but it's actually pretty easy to do.
And doesn't take any time at all.
Yeah, just a little bit, just time to travel out there.
Yeah, sure. All right.
All right, so you remember that guy who gave them the tour? His name was
No.
Anthony.
Okay.
He gave them the tour. He told them about silver bars exploding on the 8th floor
Oh,
on their first
okay.
day. Yeah, he's disappeared.
Oh.
He's assumed dead. Babel doesn't seem to care very much. Apparently, we're expendable, us Babel students.
I feel like that can't be true.
Right? Like, it feels like they're actually really important, but they're kind of treated as expendable. Maybe because they're foreigners, and foreigners are expendable.
Yeah, right.
Racism.
Racism in my fantasy world,
Never.
it's more likely than you think.
Yeah. All right, so now it's midwinter. We're in the winter, year 3. Griffin's back in touch. Hey, Griffin. He's looking rough, though. Like,
Well, good. Screw this guy.
yeah.
Like,
Griffin, he's like, hey, can you get some books out from the library? And he's totally blowing off Robin's complaints about the last botched heist. And Robin is like, dude, what the heck? Also, Griffin was in that guy's cohort who died. Anthony, who just died, they were in the same cohort.
are we about to learn that Antony faked his death to join Hermes?
I don't know. But Griffin doesn't really seem to care that much.
Okay.
So overall, we're at the end of year 3. It kind of sucked.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Junior year blues.
Did Griffin try to get him to, did Griffin successfully get him to steal some books? It was
Oh yeah,
books,
he
right?
took the books for him.
Oh,
Just in books out of the library, yeah. For research.
Robin.
All
Ugh.
right. So, overall, at Babel itself, there are usually a couple of failed thefts every year. This is not related to Hermes. This is just like sometimes people try to break into Babel to steal stuff.
I guess that's what they wrote off the alarm sounding
Mm-hmm.
as.
Right, so that's why they're always trying to rework the wards to become more powerful and more attentive to like intention
Mm,
as well as like just the blood, right?
okay.
So these are kind of starting to happen more often. There's like a lot more attempts to get into Babel. And like we find the Babel building defiled with graffiti, there's trash thrown at it. And the townspeople are also like way less cool with it now. There's protests outside of Babel.
Well, what
And we're not
changed?
really sure. Like maybe it's racism because, Babel's full of foreigners. But
But before
apparently,
that, they were all cool with it.
well, apparently a lot of the townspeople are out of work because of silver bar automation. So there's
Oh,
basically a silver industrial revolution. And the poor are getting poorer,
the rich
the
are
rich are
getting
getting
richer.
richer, and there's general social unrest. And a lot of people blame Babel because they're the source of silver and the source of like the power that the rich have.
Mm.
So that's kind of why there's like more unrest at Babel. And Robin is feeling guilty, shocking, because he kind of self-identifies as a revolutionary because he's been helping Babel, or
Hmm.
sorry, he's been helping Hermes and stealing bars, but he also lives a very cushy life. Like he gets a stipend from Babel, he always knows where his next meal is going to come from. Right? He lives this cushy academic life, but so he's kind of again he's leading these conflicting lives, and he still hasn't. They're his conflicting lives. They are at peace with each other in his brain currently,
Mm.
but you know, dissonance.
Yeah.
What's it called? Internal. It's like when you're like, never mind.
When you what?
It's like when you believe something but not how you act.
That's cognitive
Cognitive
dissonance.
dissonance. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Robin has some cognitive dissonance going on.
Okay. He is this boy ever going to not feel guilty though? He's been feeling guilty since semester one
That's true.
or trimester one.
Yep. I don't know. I have to keep reading.
All right.
Like we have to get to the real drama. The real drama hasn't started yet. We're still just at school.
He got shot and the real drama hasn't started yet.
Oh no, Tom. The real
All
drama
right.
has not
All
started
right.
yet.
All right. All right. Okay. Damn. An hour in, and we.
Oh yeah, Todd. This is gonna be a long episode. Okay. So third and fourth year exam results are like really intense, or the exams themselves are. They have third year exams and fourth year exams. They literally get announced out loud in front of everyone, like those who pass with honors, those who regular pass, and those who fail.
that
Yeah.
that's not legal in the United
Well,
States.
also it's 1800s. So the third years take their exams at the end of the year, but the fourth years take their exams like during the second semester or the second trimester. So this is after the fourth year exams, and they literally see a fourth year expelled in front of everyone. Like he didn't graduate.
Because he failed.
Yeah, he failed.
That's rough.
Yikes, yeah. So Griffin and Robin, they have another meeting, and apparently there's a large shipment of silver coming in, and Griffin wants to steal it. So he asks Robin to like set a bomb as a distraction so that they can go in and steal the silver.
Let's back up a second. Hang on, Griffin.
Yeah.
I need you. You've been smart about the silver that
Uh-huh.
You've been stealing, just being enough to be like an accounting error.
Uh-huh.
And now you just want to take this big shipment that they're
Uh-huh.
gonna notice
Yeah.
immediately
Well,
is
Robin
gone.
Robin refuses. He thinks Griffin has lost the plot.
He has.
Yeah.
He absolutely has lost the
He
plot.
thinks Griffin is getting messier, and it's like this isn't the right way to do it
It's
anymore.
like, Griffin, you are clearly so incredibly desperate
Mm-hmm.
that you're making terrible choices.
Oh yeah. So Robin's out of Hermes now for refusing to do this.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly, Robin should have left after he got shot.
Yeah. All right. It is part 3 now. Somewhere in there we were in part 2, but we're in part 3 now.
Okay.
All right. I think there are like 5 parts total.
You did announce when we got into part 2, by the way.
Oh, great. I didn't even remember.
Yeah.
All right. So Robin doesn't hear from Griffin for the rest of the year, but he's determined to stay in Oxford and Babel because he's like, I'll be able to help Hermes in the future by staying here. Like
Yeah,
even
it's
though
it's
we're
like I can reform the system from the inside.
yeah,
I have
he's
to be
like
part of the system to
he's like
reform the
Hermes and I
system.
had a falling out, but I can help them in the future.
Yeah.
So the third year exams are coming up. The foreign students are all pressured to go into silver working because they have all these lovely foreign languages.
Well, and that's the thing to
That's
do.
the thing to do.
Yeah.
Griffin failed his third year silver working exam.
I knew it. I knew he
he
was bad at it.
he didn't fail all of his exams. He just failed the silver exam because he can't get the Chinese bars to work because
Yeah.
he doesn't have like good enough Chinese.
Yeah.
So yeah, the cohort they're losing it coming up to exams.
hmm is Robin considered fluent in Sanskrit now?
I don't know. They never mentioned him being using a Sanskrit bar,
Okay.
so I don't know. But yeah, they're all losing it. Robin thinks he's hallucinating because maybe that guy who faked his death, he thought he saw him. He's like, did I just imagine that?
The guy you said the guy who faked his death?
Sorry, maybe my notes say maybe that guy who died faked his death.
Okay. Is
Antony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the thing that I said immediately after
I
he
will
died?
neither confirm nor deny
Uh-huh.
until the book does.
Sure.
So anyway, they all passed their exams. Woo!
All that stressing for nothing.
Well, I mean, they all stressed so that they could pass.
Uh-huh. No,
Um,
it always happens.
all right, it's the start of summer break. Letty wants to party, celebrate. So they go to the Oxford Ball. They don't have the best time because of racism and sexism. So they leave, and
Okay.
they find a
Roll
party.
up with the only two girls and they still are upset with you. That's
You
crazy.
know, well, yeah, but they're being like, "Come on, show us your tits. Take off your top."
Oh yeah, that's gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they leave and they find at Babel there's a chill party going on of the Babel students. So they go there and they have a great time.
Oh, okay, that's
And they're like,
nice.
"You're at the Oxford party? That's where all the snobby white people are. Come hang with us."
That's where all the racist, sexist people are
Yeah.
who are gonna like do incredibly awful things to
Yeah.
you. Like,
So
ugh.
Rami and Letty may be crushing. We already mentioned that.
hmm
But society and racism are preventing them from being together. Right? Like Rami is like, I couldn't be with a white girl. Like people would forever think I'm like taking advantage of her, like a horrible person for being with a white girl. And Letty is like, I just want to be with him. I don't care that he's brown. Meanwhile, Rami is like, you kind of have to care that I'm brown. Racism. So,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So, why are so many Babel students and scholars, why do so many of them die and go missing? It's kind of like this happens a lot. And no one is like, yeah, it's fine.
Everyone's just
They go on voyages a lot. They travel a lot. Voyages are dangerous.
like you said, they're expendable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's summer break. All tensions are forgotten.
All right.
Yep. All right, so the fourth year starts, and they have to work a shift per week at the Telegraph.
Is that where they smith the bars?
No, it's like literally like just people communicating with each other,
Oh.
like a telegrams.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
So anyway, Robin is doing the night shift, and he's like vibing because
Mhm.
it's the night shift and no one is using the Telegraph at night, so he doesn't have to do much.
Yeah, just chill, watch some YouTube,
Yeah, in the
like you do.
1800s. So, but he sees Rami and Victoire sneaking around. Are they? Are they Hermes now? Indeed, they are because they leave with some goods, and the wards go off.
Ooh.
So it
Also,
seems like the wards are now able to like find intent. So even if Rami and Victoire were leaving with stuff they might normally leave with, just like a couple silver bars, some
since
like
they were
pens.
intending to steal it.
Yes, the
Ah,
wards can now find intent, and that's
okay.
probably why Robin had issues earlier as well.
Also, Robin, you're gonna immediately assume that someone stealing from the tower is associated with Hermes when a
Well,
lot of
yeah.
people try to steal from this tower.
Well,
You don't even see like Griffin about.
well.
Like,
Listen, their contact is that guy who died. He did fake his own death. Their contact is Antony. You were right.
whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah,
How did
so
I guess that?
Robin stays to take the fall for them. So he's going to try to pretend that it was a misfire of the wards.
hmm
He's like, you guys run off, go, go, go.
He's like, I wasn't intending to steal anything. I
Yeah.
just wanted to go home with these cool silver
Yeah, I wanted
bars.
to like study. I don't know. Or we're fourth years now.
Yeah.
So Robin's arrested and
Uh-huh.
he's brought to Professor Dad.
Whoa. Is Professor Dad head of the police now?
No, he's just important. Like he's a Babeler.
Okay.
He's a Babel professor. And he's immediately like, how long have you been stealing for Hermes? Ooh.
He's like, you know what Hermes is?
Oh!
And Robin's like, what's Hermes?
Robin's like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
I don't know anything about that.
So Robin realizes he has to play it real carefully
Uh-huh.
because Professor Dad knows about Hermes. So he's like, I can't just lie. So he said, well, he does lie,
Okay.
but he kind of like tells a half truth. So he says 3 months because he thinks that sounds better than 3 years.
Yeah.
So the Professor Dad is unimpressed with his arguments about fairness and classism.
Mm. Of course he is. He killed a Chinese woman to have this groomed child. Like,
Yep.
also, I know that that's not been confirmed, but in my mind it has been. He killed
Okay.
this woman.
So they're talking about Griffin because, again, Griffin is also Professor Dad's kid.
Yeah.
And Professor Dad says that Griffin murdered a girl to protect Hermes.
Murdered a girl.
Yeah, in his cohort. So,
Oh.
so far, Griffin's cohort has Griffin, Antony, and this other girl. And this
And
other girl died. Griffin
yeah.
killed her with a bar. It's a bar that, like, you can throw at someone and say a word and it, like, explodes them.
Well, so it's a mistranslated bar.
No, it's it just doing its translation. It just kills people.
It's a bar that says translate on it. And
No,
it just
no, it's because if you have a bar that says translate on it, the bar, like, stops working.
I thought you said it explodes.
Yes, but there are multiple types of explosion. This type of bar, it, like its function is to kill people.
Oh, okay.
So like it'll work multiple times. You can kill multiple people with this bar.
Okay. So it's a grenade.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
a reusable grenade.
All right. I
Um,
wonder what word they have etched on that thing.
I don't know. It just tells you in the book, but I didn't write it down.
I want to know.
Okay. So the Professor Dad, he gives Robin this bar as a reminder. He's like, "This is the cost of Hermes' murder."
He just takes the bar and he's like, "You're giving me a weapon of mass destruction."
Yep.
Just handing that
Yeah.
to.
It is. I think the word is Chinese. So sometimes Griffin can work the Chinese words. Sometimes he can't. It's spotty.
Yeah, but my point is, you just handed this this kid who said that they don't agree with what Babel is doing
Yeah.
a a, a murder bar
Yeah.
that he can use reliably.
Yeah. I wonder if that'll have any consequences later.
This is literally Chekhov's gun.
I wonder if this will have any consequences later.
The professor is going to die to that bar.
I am not saying anything.
Professor Dad.
Come on, Professor Dad, you idiot. But anyway,
Yeah.
Professor Dad, like, he thinks he knows Robin. He thinks he's got him under his thumb,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Like, he's like, I understand. Of course you were drawn in by Hermes's bold tellings. It was unreasonable of me not to expect this of you. All the Chinese are so dumb and lazy after all.
I'm gonna kill this man myself before Robin gets to him.
So, yeah, Professor Dad also knows about Robin's bullet wound, which is interesting, but they don't really talk that much about it.
So
And
hang on.
yeah,
He got that bullet wound here too.
listen, like I said, it doesn't make a lot of sense. So maybe he kind of knows he was lying about the 3 month thing.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Huh.
Professor Dad, he basically asked Robin to either pick Babel or Hermes.
How is he
And,
gonna know what he's picked?
well, Robin gives up a Hermes safe house to, like, prove that he's loyal to Babel.
Oh,
Which he basically has already chosen that side, right? Because he abandoned Hermes after Griffin asked him to, like, be destructive, even though he did kind of, like, flip back when he helped
okay.
Victoire and Rami.
Yeah, Robin's got like
Yeah, he's not doing great.
he's not got a very good moral compass,
Mm-hmm.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
But also pick a side,
Pick a side.
buddy.
We're having an interlude.
Interlude
Yeah. We're
between
having
parts 3 and 4.
no.
Between parts 3 and 3.
Yeah. Just in
Okay.
the middle of part 3, we have an interlude. It's narrated by Rami.
Oh,
So we get to see his childhood, growing up in Calcutta, impressing white men with his knowledge of languages,
wow.
and then eventually realizing, oh, it's dangerous to impress white men,
Yes, it is very.
because then he gets taken to England.
Yeah. Let me just poach this child.
Yeah, where he feels out of place, and like he always has to act, right? He has to like act in the way the white men want,
Hmm.
right? So because he always feels kind of out of place, we see him be recruited to Hermes, and that is like his chance. And
When
that's the
does
end of the
he-
interlude.
Is that right in the first year?
No, this like just happened.
Oh,
This
okay.
is probably like Rami and Victoire's first heist.
So the first heist went wrong.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Robin's were way easier
Yeah,
before
clearly.
they fixed up the wards. So we're having a class trip to Canton.
Okay.
Uh huh. So usually the fourth years go on a class trip after exams. So like fourth year summer.
But this year they're doing it before.
Yeah, it's like the new term, but they're going to Canton. They're
I
having a
wonder
class
what
trip.
I wonder what sparked that change.
Yeah, I don't know. Hmm.
Could it be all of the people who killed
Could it
themselves,
be the
supposedly?
Hermes? Could it be the thing that just happened with Hermes? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, we're on a boat. Professor Dad is like kind of trying to be supportive again because he's like so condescending of Chinese people, and he's like trying to support Robin.
I think this is the professor's poorly disguised fetish. He's clearly got a thing
A thing
for
for
like
Chinese
Chinese
people.
people. Yeah, and he
Yikes.
like overdoes
Yeah.
the like it's like how really gay congressmen are like anti-gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how like
Ooh, it hurts, Tom. It hurts. All
it
right, so
hurts how right I am.
yeah. So Robin finally has a chance to talk with Rami and Victoire about Hermes because it's hard to like get away from Letty and also like they're on this boat, right?
Well, yeah.
There's not a lot of places they can go without Letty. So Robin got them out of trouble, right? But they're mad that Robin didn't tell them about Hermes and that Robin gave up that one safe house. But Robin's like, but guys, I saved you. Why are you so mad at me? But they're like, you didn't tell us about Hermes. Don't you get it? We, like, Rami hates England and its racism and its classism. And he needed Hermes to feel, like, supported and like he has a place.
Yeah.
But
I
Robin didn't tell him about it.
I feel like that's unfair
It is
because
unfair.
how are you supposed to know how someone's going to react to
Yeah, to
information like
secret
that?
societies. Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, so overall, Robin is annoyed because he helped them and tried to mitigate damages, but Hermes never did that for him.
Hmm.
And then the other two are being pissy about it.
You know what? Robin's justified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Letty is clueless about the new tensions between the other three.
Is she just not part of? Well, I guess she's the
She's
only.
white.
Yeah, she's the
Why would
only
they
white
recruit
one.
her?
Yeah.
So she tries to connect with Robin about absentee dads. She's like, dude, I can tell that the professor dad is your dad. I also have an absentee dad who's not that supportive. I get it, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they bond over that.
Yeah, they bond over absentee
Are
fathers.
we gonna have a love triangle now?
No.
That's good.
I used to think Robin had a crush on Rami, but it never went anywhere.
Yeah, I don't like love triangles in books. I think
Yeah.
they're overdone.
So, yeah, Letty is like, she is like a, probably an English woman of like kind of higher birth, right? So that's how she like grew up rich.
I mean, she clearly had a good education, so yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to Canton. We find out why. To negotiate a trade deal. This is mostly Robin having to negotiate this trade deal because he's the one who speaks the language.
We want silver.
Yeah, he has to help them.
Give
So,
us your silver.
yeah, Robin kind of explains the difference between Mandarin and Cantonese as well because, like, the other three are kind of taking a Chinese class intensive, which is Mandarin, and he's like, we're going to Canton.
Yeah, it's like, you know that
Yeah.
that's not what they speak there, right?
Yeah, so Mandarin is what Professor Dad insists they all specialize in, but Cantonese is Robin's native language and where they all actually will be. I don't actually know how different the two languages are. Like it could be like Spanish versus what's it called?
Portuguese.
No. The one they speak in Spain, in a couple places in Spain.
I don't know. But I will say I'm pretty sure that Cantonese and Mandarin are pretty different.
Are they?
Yeah, at least in spoken
Yeah,
terms.
like Castilian is what they speak in Spain, and that's actually pretty different from like Latin American Spanish.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so
I've
it could
heard
be
something
something
about
like
that
that.
before.
Yeah, I don't know how different Chinese and or Cantonese and Mandarin are.
Well, you
So,
took the time to look it up. I'll look it up.
okay.
How different? Oh wow, that is the first result.
Great. Well, let's see what
Just
it
after
says.
how different. It's how different is Cantonese from Mandarin.
Tell us AI.
Cantonese is yeah, Google AI, which has never been wrong ever in its entire life, by the way.
Disclaimer.
Yeah. It says key distinctions include Cantonese's more complex tonal system, 6 to 9 tones versus Mandarin's 4, unique vocabulary, and frequent use of sentence final particles for nuance. So, yes, very different.
Okay.
Uh,
If you speak one, you can't necessarily understand the other one.
I mean, it has a literally unique vocabulary.
Fair.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So, Robin's job, once they get to Canton, is to translate for the English guy who's trying to establish the problem, or sorry, he's trying to establish free trade with China.
Do you think does he at any point do the thing that what's her face does to Daenerys in Game of Thrones when the slaver guy is like, tell her she's got, like he says the most obscene
No,
things, and
he
then
translates faithfully. He's a good boy.
okay, I thought it'd be funny if he didn't.
Yeah, but he's a good boy.
All right.
And the problem is that the Chinese think the English are barbaric, and the English think the Chinese are lazy idiots. So
All right.
we don't have a great basis for free trade because neither side respects the other. Also,
Crazy how it'd be like that.
England wants to sell them opium to make a profit. And Robin is like, isn't opium bad for you? And, this English guy trying to sell the opium is like, no, it's harmless. We prescribe it to everyone in England. Even the little old ladies, they take it. And then
Yeah.
he's like, and if the weak willed Chinese are more prone to addiction, that's not England's problem. It's free choice.
Uh, oh.
Yikes!
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so on the one
Sure.
hand, the Chinese are idiots, but on the other hand, it's their own free will if they get addicted, and they are responsible for themselves.
Okay.
The the hypocrisy, it's
Yeah.
it's
This
it's
is this is.
yikes.
As someone who was in the substance abuse field for a while,
Yeah.
that yikes.
Yeah, so this is not great. So Letty, Victoire, and Rami, while they're here, they're doing some silver working, while Robin and the professor dad are really busy with some translation work because they speak Chinese.
Father son bonding.
Oh yeah. So one night, Robin shows Rami around Canton. Because it's his homeland. They're here in his homeland. And it is very changed. His house doesn't even exist anymore. In fact, where it is an opium den. And Robin goes in and puffs it.
Nice. All right. Let's get addicted.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, Rami drags him back. He's like, okay, maybe let's not do that.
Yeah.
All right, so they have a meeting with the trade guy. So again, England wants to sell opium because they want China's silver.
Hmm.
So they'll trade opium for silver. And China is like, bruh, it's illegal. The emperor literally made it illegal to sell opium. You can't. Awkward.
That is awkward.
Yeah, so.
Wait, but this isn't selling, it's trading.
Yeah, well,
Wink, wink,
yeah,
nudge,
so
nudge.
they're at a mini impasse. So the China guy, the guy who's on the other end of this negotiation, he holds Robin back for a private little chat.
Okay.
And he's basically like, is there any room for negotiation here? You, will you tell me the truth? And Robin's like, no. England takes what it wants.
It's true.
Yeah. And so they leave.
Robin should have been like, brother, they literally took me from here.
Yeah.
They take what they want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that night, a bunch of opium on the English ships is burned in the harbor. Yeah.
Good job, Hermes.
Well, so the professor dad rushes them out on an early return boat to England.
Whoa.
Also, it was the Chinese who burned the opium.
That's also fair.
So on the boat, the professor dad calls Robin to his room. He is pissed. He said 2 million pounds of opium was burnt. He was like, what did you say to them? And Robin's like, literally nothing. I didn't say anything to them. But of course, he told them that the English don't intend to fairly trade with them, right?
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Well, you know what? I think that if anything, this is just desserts.
Yeah. So Robin is pissed because England sucks. China isn't stupid. They're literally just people.
Hmm.
They're also just people. And the professor dad is like, you're an ungrateful child. Robin should be thankful for what's been done. He's been living a super cushy life at Babel, which is, way more than you deserve. And you should be grateful that he maybe killed Robin's mom. You were right.
Whoa!
Or at the very least, he didn't kill her, but he let her die of the plague that Robin almost died of.
So the thing that he could very easily cure with a little bit of silver?
Yep. He specifically probably didn't cure the mom.
That's... Whoa.
Yeah.
It's almost like this has been kind of predictable.
Listen, I like to be in the moment when I'm reading books, and I don't predict a lot of things, okay?
I love the vindication of being right when I predict
I
something
know, I
that's
hate it when
right.
you say things that are right, and I'm like, how did you know that? I'm just reading you the notes.
Yeah, and I'm just like, this just seems like the obvious progression of things.
Yeah, so they are fighting, they're yelling, and Robin uses that bar the professor dad gave him and kills him.
Would you look at that? I'm 2 for 2, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. So Robin's kind of in shock because he didn't really mean to do that. So anyway, this was kind of like a crime of passion. It wasn't premeditated. They were just yelling at each other, and he kind of killed him on accident, but also on purpose. You know? Yeah.
It was a crime of passion.
Yes. So, anyway, he's super dead. His chest is, imploded.
All right.
Yeah. So the rest of the cohort comes in because they heard yelling. They're also like, whoa, shock.
This man's dead.
Yep.
Time to fake Robin's death.
Well, it's part 4 now.
Time to fake Robin's
The
death.
cohort immediately starts helping cover it up.
Yeah, alright.
They're their buddies. They're like, we're all foreigners on a foreign ship returning with a dead white man. They would all be implicated, even Letty.
Yeah.
Maybe not even Letty, but like probably Letty too.
No, she would be implicated.
So Robin is like kind of hysterical. He's kind of in shock. He's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, well,
So
he just killed his
yeah,
dad.
they did. He did just patricide it. So
Hmm.
yeah, and Victoire is like the most like rational one here. She's the one who's like getting done.
Oh, alright. Good for her.
Okay,
I mean,
so
I guess you gotta be real hard to, um, real solid person to be able to, oppress slaves.
yeah,
Gotta know what you're doing.
so they come up with a plan to dump the body overboard and tell the sailors that he has an exotic contagious illness, and that's why he's in his rooms and they're not going to see him. So they do this. They successfully dump the body, and Robin is pretty guilt ridden. He's like kind of losing it, and pretty much everyone is super anxious.
This feels like a poor plan. What are they going to do when they arrive and
Well,
there's
theoretically, they'll be like, "Oh, he died of a tropical illness."
they're not they're going no one's going to ask where his body is or anything?
It was too contagious. They're gonna dump it. Well, you're gonna see this plane goes to crap immediately. So
I'm
yeah.
shocked.
So they make it back to England 2 months later. It was a long ship ride. So they debate running away, but they have no life skills besides scholarship, so they can't really run away.
Run to Hermes.
Yeah, they crash at the Professor Dad's London house actually
All right.
because they got to London. They're not at Oxford yet.
I mean, they have the keys, and it's not like he's coming home anytime soon. So
So Robin starts snooping around in his correspondence, and he finds letters that are starting to plan a war with China so that England can steal its silver. So basically, their diplomacy slash trade mission was a hoax the whole time, just to find an excuse for the Chinese. They're being like unreasonable, so we can go to war with them.
So what you're telling me is that they're going to use that burned ship of opium to
Yep.
start a war?
Yep.
All
That's
right.
oh yikes. So Robin, Rami, and Victoire is like, okay, we have to bring this to Hermes. Oops, Letty overheard this. Yeah. So we have a little
Uh-oh.
bit of a confrontation about racism because Letty is a little blind to it.
Well, I'm shocked.
Yeah. She also plays the "Aren't you grateful" card.
Ugh.
Like she's like, you've been given so much opportunity here. Like we're gonna have great lives. And honestly, I felt a little uncomfortable during this chapter because like Letty fears societal overhaul, right? And she's like, we can work from the inside to make it better, right? Like I identified a little bit of Letty as she was like, she's scared of change and she is blind to how the world can be cruel to people who aren't white.
Hmm. Well, it's a really difficult position to be in to try to
Yeah.
like put yourself into someone else's shoes who
Hmm.
has a whole different life
Yeah.
experience.
And
You
she is
know.
also, kind of mad that they, sh- they were all in on this secret and she wasn't.
Well, you know what, Letty? I feel like you have to understand that a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, how is anyone going to react to, I'm part of a secret society that's stealing from our organization that
Yeah.
we're a part of?
Yeah. So she eventually she's like, I'm on board.
Hmm.
Like I'm with you guys.
Okay.
They did already hide a murder together, so
Yeah, I should hope she's on board.
well, so they returned to Oxford,
Letty
and
seems like the least racist.
yeah, it's more of like racism where it's not like you're being overtly racist, but it's racism because of your privilege of
It's
like being born white
I yes and no.
and just like the way you view society as normal.
Yeah. I know that there's a word for it, but there's like implicit racism.
Yeah.
Just like where there are certain ideas that people get about other races that will just like seed into the back of their mind as part of and
It's like
it's really just like
stereotypes, right?
yeah, well, that's a whole thing that humans evolved to like be able to reference information faster,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, okay, this thing looks like a leaf, it's probably a leaf,
Yeah.
that's like one of the things that
Yeah, like structural racism, right? Like just all that.
yeah,
And you
it's
can
it's
be
very
like,
internalized and
yeah,
hard to
and
get
it's
rid
like,
of.
well, I'm nice to my friends who are people of color. I'm not racist. But meanwhile, like you have all these structures that support you as a white person,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
That you feed into, even if unintentionally.
Yeah.
Again, we're, two white people talking about racism, so grain of salt and all that.
Mm,
Mm.
yeah. Hey, I've at least taken a course on the psychology of both race and sex.
Well, that's good. I
So,
only took the class about sexuality, so,
oh yeah, all
like
right.
female studies.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so they return to Oxford and they're all panicking about what to do about Professor Dad. And this is where I think the plan starts falling apart.
This is where it starts.
Well, because they're going to pretend he's still sick. And I'm like, just say
Mm,
he died and
well,
say that the sailors threw the body overboard because it was cursed with the sickness and that's why his body's gone. But they can't cover up his death now that they're back. They can't just pretend he's still alive. Like, this is where I think the plan starts falling apart for them.
I think it started falling apart when they were like, "I'm just gonna dump this body."
What else were they supposed to do?
I,
They don't want to. They don't want people to know that they murdered him, but they have to. He did die.
I don't know, like frame a sailor, like
Yeah.
frame the Chinese.
Yeah.
They're already gonna go to war with them.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they're just gonna pretend he's still sick. So Robin snoops in at Professor Dad's office at Babel.
Mm.
He finds more letters of the same vein, which are like
Start a war.
start a war.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like actively planning it. The Professor Dad, he has a real wife and kids. They're there asking about him. Yikes.
I'm
This is just a
so
guilt trip for
shocked.
this is just a guilt trip for Robin here.
Yeah, this well, like
This whole book is a guilt trip
this
for Robin.
this is such a like archetype of person that's so real.
Yeah.
Like this person exists in the real world.
Who just feels like so guilty about everything they do and like the space they take up in society.
No, I'm not talking about Robin. I'm talking about Professor Dad.
Oh yeah.
Like this is that senator that's anti-gay, has a family, but is on Grinder every like 5 minutes
You just
talking
call
to his newest whatever.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
Well, the others haven't found Hermes yet, and they're like, we need to go find Hermes and talk to them because we just killed a guy,
Yeah,
but they haven't
probably.
managed to find him yet. So they have to go to the yearly Babel Winter Gala party because they'd be like expected to be there
Hmm.
before the term starts, and they're all like panicking about it.
Hmm.
So another professor, because they're at Babel, they come up to Robin. They're like, he's like, I know something's wrong with the Professor Dad. He hasn't responded to any letters, and the London house is empty. And then he claims to be with Hermes. So he's
Who
like,
cl-
you can trust me.
who is this again?
Some professor.
Some professor's part of Hermes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I call BS.
Yeah, Robin figures that he is fishing for information.
Hmm.
So he kind of like leads him on with like a little fake tidbit of information. And when he responds positively, he's like, yeah, he's faking. So he's like, oh my God, yeah, meet me at midnight. I'll tell you everything. So then he and the cohort get away from the party.
Hmm.
And they're still pretending he's sick, which obviously isn't working.
Yeah,
But
obviously.
thankfully, at this point, Antony comes and meets up with them, right? And
Oh,
like brings them to safety with the Hermes
thanks,
Center.
Anthony.
And there's a bunch of other Babblers there, like a bunch of other like graduates who are,
Mm.
work there. They're also in Hermes.
It's crazy how this organization just became a thing after enough people at this university
We're
were
like,
like,
wow, this university sucks.
yeah. Imagine having a university so bad that people fake their own death to get away from it
Yeah.
and steal from it.
So they're here at the Hermes Society, and the Hermes is like part Robin Hood and part research, and they're kind of trying to do like research on silver that isn't just based in English, because basically all the silver match pairs that we've worked with are some other language to English. Like they don't need the other word doesn't need to be in English. What if there's like a super great pair from Chinese to Sanskrit,
Yeah.
right? That like wouldn't be possible in English. But we're racist, so everything has to be based in English.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so they have dinner, and then Griffin arrives. Yay!
Hi, Griffin.
Yeah, so they start planning
I
because
killed your dad.
oh, they start planning because China's or England's trying to start a war with China. So Antony and Griffin, they update them on the local politics, and they say that the England government, they're debating war because of the opium burning thing. So the Hermes goal, they're like, we got to stop England from invading Canton because England would win, and then they would gain even more power.
Hmm.
And like we know England would win because they have all these like powerful ships that are like silver enhanced, and they have like the greatest and best military. Like it might be kind of bloody, but England would like stomp all over Canton.
Silver enhanced guns.
Yeah. So basically, they need to become lobbyists and like be like, say no to war.
Object or
Yeah.
conscientious
Yeah.
objectors.
So they're planning. It's clear Griffin is the violent one in the group. obviously.
Whoa.
Yeah. He even teaches Robin how to shoot a gun.
Does Robin ever tell him that they killed his dad?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Is
So,
Griffin
like,
just like cool with that?
yeah.
Cool.
He's like, good
All
for you. I didn't know it had it in you.
right. All right.
Well, they're talking about the one girl that he killed, right?
Mhm.
But, like, Robin asks him about it. And it seems like she was trying to snitch for Babel, and it was also partly self-defense. Like, he says, like, that girl wasn't as innocent and as everyone says she is. She was, like, gonna, like, reach for the bar, too. And he describes it as, like, a heat of the moment kill, like Robin's kill.
Mhm.
Right? So, like, maybe he didn't mean it, but also Griffin has clearly, like, accepted it and has, like, made it part of his personality that he's, like, a murderer and he's, like, willing to do the violent thing. Because basically all the other people on Hermes are scholars.
Mhm.
They're not willing to be violent, and sometimes you need a little violence for a revolution.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, basically, their plan is they're trying to turn a race war into a class war so it'll drum up support against the war. Right?
Okay.
So it's not about racism. It's about how the poor people in England aren't, like if we just get more silver, it's bad for the poor people.
Yeah, that is true though.
Yeah, so there's a newspaper that they find. It's been like a few days.
Mhm.
It announces that the professor dad was murdered in Canton, and it blames Robin, Rami, and Victoire, but not Letty. So it just blames the three foreigners. So even though they tried to cover up his death, they absolutely failed.
I'm
Yep. Yeah.
shocked.
All right.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah. So apparently it's the day of the vote, and the grads are gonna leave to like go support, and they're like, all right, guys, you'll be fine here on your own, just chill.
Mhm.
Letty is like panicking. Girl's not in a good headspace. She goes outside to take a walk. Um. Anyway, so they're there, and then the police come. Letty betrayed them. Oh my God.
I'm gonna stab this woman. That's not true.
Um.
I'm gonna throw a bar of silver at this woman.
Yeah. So Letty murders Rami with a shotgun.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
And Robin is pissed, and he wants to kill Letty back. But he fails.
All
And
right.
then
Didn't throw
Robin,
the bar properly.
no, Robin and presumably Victoire are taken by the cops. They're arrested.
All right,
Uh huh.
Letty,
Yeah, Letty. Okay.
you big racist girl.
Yeah.
I
So,
almost used a different word.
okay. So Robin is in prison, and they have silver bars for physical and mental torture. They don't need to actually hurt them.
I'm shocked. They would.
They
That
would.
would be the first thing that
They
they
would.
make.
Yep.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Yep. So there's a guy that is questioning Robin, and he's trying to get some info out about Hermes. He threatens to kill Victoire. Maybe he does. He hears a shot. Yikes. So, okay. The thesis of this novel. We're just gonna take a broader look real quick.
Hmm.
White people are like, why aren't you grateful? You've been given everything. And then the people of color are like, don't ask me to love my master. That is
Yeah.
the thesis of this novel.
Yeah, this is like, listen, you're wanting me to be grateful.
For removing me from my homeland, appropriating my culture. Yeah, and you've given me money. That's not equivalent.
It's more like you're trying to buy my affection
Yeah.
here, and that's just ew.
Yeah. So that's why all the white people are like, why are you with Hermes? Like, you have every opportunity here to be like, have a great, cushy, rich life. And our people of color are like, you're trying to start a war on my homeland
You're actively using this to
against my people.
not just against their people, but you're actively using it to oppress people.
Yeah.
Like more than just their people. They're oppressing
Yeah.
the poor with it too.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
ugh.
So anyway, back to the prison. Griffin comes for them. Oh, and Victoire is alive. They were bluffing before to try to get Robin to talk. They did the same thing to Victoire. Thought they killed Robin. Yeah, Victoire was like, "Oh well, we're gonna die anyway. I'm not telling."
Wow, they
Victoire's hardcore. I think Robin tried to give something up.
yeah. You know what I think? I think they probably told them both the same thing at the same time, and then just in another room
Yeah.
shot a gun.
All right. So Griffin blew up a bunch of the prison and gets them out,
All right,
but
Griffin.
he's shot in the shoulder.
You know what? He needed that after Robin got shot.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Robin tries to heal him with a silver bar, but it isn't working. Like the wound is like a little too deep, so it's not working fast enough. And then like they can hear guards coming. So Griffin is like, "Get out of here." He makes them flee, then he shoots himself
All right, Griffin.
so that he can't be taken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's rough.
yeah. So Robin is losing it because his best friend died and now his brother died.
Yeah, and he also killed his
And he
dad,
also killed his dad. Kid's having a rough day.
and he uncovered a conspiracy for
Yep.
war
Yeah,
with China.
he's losing it,
Yeah.
understandably.
I
So,
I would have lost it a long
yeah.
time ago.
So again, Victoire is the only one who has a head on her shoulders. So she herds them to a safe house. Not the one that Robin gave up. A different safe
Victoire,
house.
she strikes me as like
She's the practical one.
she
She's the
not
one who's
just
seen life and knows it sucks and is a survivor.
yeah, she's a survivor for
Hmm.
sure. She's a go-getter.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's more of Hermes besides just their little group. Victoire's like, let's burn Babel down. This place sucks.
I mean,
Part 5.
it's not a bad idea.
Interlude from Letty.
This girl.
So, Letty, from her perspective, has had to struggle for everything that was freely given to her brother. By the way, she has a dead older brother. It's part of her backstory.
Let me play a song on the world's smallest violin. I have no sympathy for this girl.
Yes. So she finally makes it to Oxford only because her brother died, and then her dad was fine, like, fine, you can go to Oxford. But basically, her brother, like, never appreciated anything that was freely given to him, which is probably why she has this, like, chip on her shoulder about the foreigners getting these things freely given to them.
Hmm.
But anyway, so she had to, like, learn by, like, spying on her brother's tutoring sessions, right?
Yeah.
And so she finally makes it to Oxford where she's like, I'm going to reinvent myself. I'm a new woman. But she still faces extreme sexism and has to, like, dress as a boy, right? But she's like, no, it doesn't matter. I can rise above. I'm doing great here,
Hmm.
right? And she even went along with supporting Robin after the murder. But her mind changed when they were planning their revolution. So when Robin was describing this chapter, when they were all kind of like theorizing on like how to stop the war
Hmm.
on China, Robin thought these ideas were like wild and humorous. Like, they're definitely not going to work. Like, we can't kidnap the Queen of England. Maybe they had a king at the time. We can't kidnap the King of England, but that would be kind of funny.
And Letty's like, they're gonna kidnap the King of England.
Yeah, and Letty took it seriously.
Oh God. All right.
So she eventually decided that she couldn't stand for violence and thought they were all deranged. They'd all lost their minds. So she's like, well, they're all on a sinking ship. I'm not going down on that ship too. So she turned them in. That is
Uh,
how that happened.
all right. I still have no sympathy for
Yeah.
her.
Perspective, you know?
She made the wrong choice.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, so back to Robin and Victoire. They're in Griffin's safe room, and they are looking for info, and they find a letter from Griffin to Robin, but he can't bring himself to read it. He's sad.
Hmm.
So Victoire's holding on to it for him. And they figure out a way to send a message to Hermes, so they do that. And it's a good day for a revolution. It's the first day of the winter term.
All right.
Let's go start a revolution. What do you think they're going to do?
Let's go set the silver works on fire.
Maybe. So Robin and Victoire, they sneak into Babel. They make it in. So they're here in the tower, and they're trying to give a speech to convince people that, like, they have these letters that shows, like, that England is trying to go to war on China, and the professor dad and some of the other professors were, planning a war on China.
It's like we literally uncovered a conspiracy.
Yeah, they uncovered a conspiracy, and it works. But Babel is, like, so disconnected from society. It's nerdland over here. So they're like, oh, what are we supposed to do about it? I just want to look at my books and my words. We're just linguistic nerds.
Burn the establishment.
So Robin is like, let's strike.
Yeah.
Like, if we stop providing silver and silver maintenance, then the country will, like, fall apart, and they'll have to give in to our demands and not go to war on China. So they have to take the tower, so they have to control the tower.
Hmm.
Unfortunately for the Babblers, Robin and Victoire are willing to be violent, and the other scholars don't have any experience at that. So
I thought
they
you were
pretty
about.
easily take the tower.
I thought you were about to tell me that they came in with the intention of violence, and the tower was like, smite.
No, they got past the wards because their blood is still there.
Okay.
So yeah, Robin also yells at everyone that he killed Professor Dad. So now that's officially out in the open, but it's more of like, I killed a guy. I'll do it again. Look at the look in my eyes.
It's the.
I'll do it again.
It's the goofy meme. I'll do it again.
So Victoire even shoots a professor who was in league with the Professor Dad. He didn't die, but he did get shot. And she's like, great. Now we all know how it feels to shoot someone. Right, because Robin kills a dad. Letty killed Remy. Victoire just shot someone. Yeah.
All right.
There's also a Babel professor who's revealed as Hermes.
Oh, so he actually was Hermes?
No, it was a different guy.
Oh,
There
okay.
was a guy who's snooping, and there's a guy who's actually Hermes.
Okay.
He's on their side. So, yeah, they take the tower. And they strike because the Empire is so dependent on silver and Babel. They let people leave Babel if they want. So, all the white people, all the classicists, most of the professors go, right? Like all the romantics who are just specialized in European languages. So, it's
Hmm.
mostly foreign students who stay.
Okay.
And there's only 8 of them.
Do you just like throw out all the blood vials then?
Yes, they did.
Nice.
So they hold the tower. There's 8 of them. I think it's like 2 professors and 6 students,
Mm.
including Robin and Victoire. And their strict demand: no war in China. So, long-term implications of a strike and being stuck in a building: food, beds, showers. It doesn't really seem like they're being taken seriously. Not a huge response yet. However, literally the next day, a building collapses from no silver upkeep. And it was wild timing because its normal upkeep is every 6 months.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is good timing.
poor timing. Well,
Good for
depends on your
them.
perspective.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, it's a waiting game because silver things are going to collapse without upkeep,
Mm.
and they hold the Tower of Babel. So even though there are silver workers who left the tower, all of like the ledgers and all the information is stored in Babel
Babel.
in Babel. So, like all the people who left, they might try to patch the gaps, but and like set up elsewhere, but it's a waiting game. Like who can wait out further, like letting things collapse versus being able to patch them.
I feel like if anything, this would encourage the crown to go to war sooner.
You think so?
Well, yeah, because if
They won't
you're,
have support of Babel.
well, think about it this way, right? If you have the silver weapons, right, and they need to be maintained every, let's say, 6 months,
Mm-hmm.
right? Wouldn't you want to get there within that 6 months
Win
to
the war.
win the war
Mm-hmm.
and then go home and deal with those guys?
True.
Or just use those already silver empowered weapons to take the tower back?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well,
I feel like if anything, they're just encouraging the crown to attack them or China.
yeah. Well, we shall see.
Yeah.
There is another center in Babel that helps sustain bars. I didn't really mention it before. It like kind of been mentioned briefly. Basically, some bars, like as they're further away from Babel, they might be less powerful. So they have this thing called like resonance, which just helps bars last longer.
Okay.
We don't need to think about it too hard. Yeah. So Robin and Victoire start like taking some of this out to help things collapse faster.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Oxford is literally falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
There's no sewage. There's no lights. There's no post because like if you're like the cars are silver. They don't have cars, but like the carriages are like buffed with silver, and now the packages are too heavy for the carriages,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's an increase in traffic accidents because like I guess some of the carriages could like self-drive because the silver, and now they're just running into stuff. Yeah, so basically Babel designed bars like iPhones to not last that long, so that they could be then brought in for service visits for more money,
That makes
and
sense.
that's biting them in the butt right now.
Well, that's biting the crown in the butt right
Biting the
now.
crown in the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some Oxford students try to riot and take Babel. Yeah, they fail. Babel has great wards.
Yeah. Well, they've been improving the wards this entire
Yeah.
book. Like,
Also, they get a newspaper. London is also striking. Literally all of the workers are striking.
in London.
Yeah. So like it's kind of like a summation of all the years of the silver riots,
Hmm.
right? Because at Babel they've been like doing these pamphlets. It's like no more silver until no war on China, like we were withholding silver work, They're strikers. They have to like get their message out.
Hmm.
So they're also all these like strikers. They're also putting pressure on Parliament to withdraw their war proposal. And Parliament now seems to be willing to actually start to bargain. So they start with pretty bad terms, like come out and you'll be arrested, but you'll live.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Come inside and get shot by the ward.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna
But
do?
yeah, it seems like it's working. They're starting to panic, but they're also sending the army to Oxford. So yeah.
Wow, would you look at that? The thing that they encouraged.
Yep. So overnight, barricades come up around Babel Tower.
Barricades?
Barricades, yeah.
Barricades. Okay.
Yeah. So turns out, remember those townspeople? They were protesting and rioting earlier in the book.
Hmm.
They are joining up.
Good for them.
Yeah. So they're able to get the babblers like a consistent supply of like fresh food, information, some mattresses, and they can help spread the message further.
Okay.
And also, the army can't attack bystanders because like civil,
Laws?
yeah, laws. Like it would be like kind of like civil suicide. Yeah. So it's pretty effective protection for Babel to have like these barricades
Man,
and all these people.
if only we had that in the United States.
Stop injecting politics into my fantasy novel, Tom.
I'm
I know
sorry.
this is a very political book, but
This is an
please.
extraordinarily politically
Yeah,
charged book.
I know we're literally on strike right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, England is falling apart. Energy, food, and water, it's all dependent on silver and regular maintenance, even the roads. So the public seems pretty split. There are those against that say Babel is occupied by foreigners, and the Great England does not negotiate with foreigners,
Hey,
right?
guess what? These foreigners actually
The reason,
were like poached over here to do
well,
this.
yeah, and also those foreigners are the one like maintaining your infrastructure.
They are the reason that the infrastructure exists to begin with.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
talk about tone deaf.
yeah, like your privilege is based on the work of these foreigners.
Ugh.
So Robin and Victoire, they're kind of clashing about how far to go. Robin is motivated by grief and rage because all his friends are dead.
It's the only thing he feels.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he just wants to burn it all down, and Victoire is trying to temper him because she's like, we want a world to return to. So, next week, they think that Westminster Bridge will collapse because they're like, based on the ledgers, like, we think the bridge will collapse.
Okay.
And they're like, they argue about it because that could actually kill a lot of people. What's been happening so far, like, it's more of an inconvenience, but probably people haven't died, or like maybe they've died, but it's not like direct action of them.
A building collapsed.
Yeah, there
That's a
probably
pretty
wasn't anyone in it.
destructive.
I don't know.
Like assuming. All
Well,
right.
that one was like an accident, right? Like they didn't know that would happen. But this is
Okay.
like they know the bridge will collapse. So it feels like more implicit. It feels more like they are causing it.
Hmm.
It's not moral to let people die when you know you could prevent it.
Well, then put out a message that says this bridge will collapse in this time.
Yeah,
We are
so
not going to fix it.
yeah, so well, they argue about it, the eight of them, and they do a vote, and it is a narrow win to let it fall. But the people who voted against, like, they're having a rough time.
Hmm.
And one of the professors who stayed, he leaves the tower. He's like, I can't be part of this anymore. So now there's only seven of them. But Robin is like, they won't respond to anything but violence. We don't have the luxury of being moral to colonialists.
Yeah.
So he's picking up on Griffin. His Griffinness is growing.
Hmm.
All right, so ultimatum to England and to Parliament. 7 days for our demands to be met, which is no war on China and also amnesty, please don't arrest us, or the bridge falls. So it's a bit tense in the tower, right? Because they have these 7 days to wait. And one guy is like writing a record of everything that is happening in the tower, because basically assuming they're all gonna die. Yikes.
Well, it's
But he wants the message to not just be like these violent strikers, they're causing all this destruction. He's trying to influence the message.
yeah, which is unfortunate that he's doing it in a method that can just be erased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
History
barricades
is
outside are still holding, but the fight is
okay.
getting bloodier.
Ooh.
And the soldiers even have silver bullets that can penetrate Babel's wards now, so they have to like start avoiding windows. And probably the Babelers who left the tower and sided with England are like helping them supply them with some weapons that can work against the Babel wards. So
Traitors.
yeah, Robin is depressed. Yeah, he's not doing too well.
I wonder why.
Yeah, his best friend died, his brother died, killed his dad. He's having a rough time.
Started a revolution.
Yeah.
It's not going great.
All right, so Westminster Bridge falls.
Okay.
They let it fall. There were likely pedestrian and boat traffic casualties.
And they didn't send out a like, hey, here's a warning.
No, they did. They
Oh,
did.
okay.
Yeah, they did. They've been doing lots of pamphlets. Yeah.
Okay.
It,
And so
so it's
they gave a
Parliament.
warning and people still
Yep.
didn't listen to it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
But like some people think it couldn't have been Babel. They're like, oh, it's not them. The foreigners couldn't have done this. It was an act of God to collapse this bridge, right? So like it still seems like maybe like public opinion hasn't like fully responded to the strike yet because they don't know the extent of silver working and how like dependent it is on these people. So
How do they not?
I
Don't they see the silver
I don't know,
everywhere?
Tom. Do you know how our plumbing system is maintained?
No, but I can see the plumbing everywhere. I can understand that it's like an extremely important
Yeah, but
infrastructure
you
in the
might not
world.
understand how it's maintained, and if like these random strikers are like, do this, or I'm going to destroy your
If
plumbing, and then your plumbing is destroyed, you might think like they don't have the power to destroy our plumbing.
Why would I think that the people who are working on plumbing aren't capable of doing
Because
that?
you're not racist like these people. Yeah. All right, so we're back in Oxford. It's basically open war now. The army killed a civilian, probably on accident, but
It's
now there's a lot of fighting.
yeah.
Yeah. And ultimately, the army is like trained. So like they will win against the civilians and they will get to Babel now that they've like started open fighting.
And they've got silver weapons.
Yeah. So their main contact, the Babblers' main contact, he's trying to convince them to like get the scholars out. He's like, you guys got to run. Like they are going to take the tower,
Mm.
like tomorrow or whatever. Like they're planning to march. Letty appears with a little white flag. And they let her in to talk to them because Letty's there. Letty
I
wants
narrowed
them.
my eyes for those who cannot see me at home.
So Letty wants them to surrender. She thinks she's trying to save them, right? She's like, I have a deal for you. If you like give in, they're not going to kill you because they need you, right? They need you to maintain the bars.
Yeah, instead they're just gonna put manacles on all of us and
Yeah,
like
and
force
make you
us to
do
be
it.
slaves.
Yeah,
Like, ugh,
right.
Letty,
So,
come on.
well, basically, Parliament is chill with all the destruction. Parliament let the bridge fall. Parliament is never going to give in to them. They care more about pride, right? Letting the bridge fall proved that they will not concede. So, like they told the guy in China, England will not negotiate. They're going to get what they want.
Yeah,
That's the English pride. So Letty leaves. They refuse her offer, basically. And they understand the tower is going to be stormed at dawn. They are now in an unfortunate little pickle here. So Robin has a suicide plan, which is to destroy the Babel Tower with him in it. And Victoire is like, you're a coward. She's like, dying is easier, right? Because she's trying to convince him to live,
hmm
right? And like work against the system. But also, she does like open up and she's like, she doesn't want to be a martyr. She doesn't want to die,
hmm
right? She talks about slaves, right, who would rather die than be recaptured. And she's like, I want to live. I want to be free. I don't want to die, right? But they kind of have like a sad moment together. But Robin's like, this needs to happen.
It's like, what other way is there
Yeah.
to win?
So they explain it to the group, and they're probably going to use the translate word to like, that's how they'll explode all the bars in the tower. But Robin, so they explain it to the group because they can't make this decision alone. So Robin needs some of them, not all of them though, to stay to help him destroy the tower fully, to make sure that it's not only half destroyed,
hmm
so that it is fully and properly destroyed. But they give everyone a choice. So 4 more decide to stay, in addition to Robin. Victoire and one other decide to flee. Um, they would probably be able to stay in England and work to restore silver, right? Because they're needed, but they are going to flee to their home countries, probably. And by destroying Babel and all of the silver and its resources, it's more of a long-term setback to England, and they won't be able to invade China anyway because all their warships have silver, and they won't be able to maintain them without Babel. So,
hmm
like you said, maybe they should have just like tried to get the war over with, but it hadn't passed Parliament, right? By this, they're forcing it not to pass
Yeah,
because they literally can't.
they won't be powerful enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Robin and the other 5, they spend one last night together, and they are scared of dying, but they're committed,
hmm
and they're like, "This is what we have to do. This is the moral thing to do,"
Yeah,
and they do it.
they destroy the tower.
Yep,
They
and
all
they
die.
die.
The end.
Mm-hmm. Well, there is an epilogue. It's
Okay.
narrated by Victoire,
All right, Victoire.
because well, her whole cohort is well. I guess Letty's not dead. Her whole cohort's dead now.
Letty's dead to me.
Yeah. All right. So we see a little bit of her history. After her family died in Haiti, she was brought to France, and she was told that she was lucky to be raised in France as a servant, slave, kind of a servant, as opposed to like living in Haiti and like living in the dump and whatever. Again, thesis of this novel, right?
Yeah.
And Antony, that guy, he helped her find pride as a Haitian. He was black. I never mentioned that.
Okay, that's a good thing to mention now.
Yeah. So that's how like she finally like figured out how to like have pride in her nationality.
Hmm.
Right. So she is fleeing. She has a list of a couple Hermes contacts. The fight's not over. She takes a boat to America. Even though black people there are still slaves. So, oops. Basically, the speed of getting out of England is more important.
Yeah, I guess
But
so.
she said she brought a ton of silver. Like, her clothes are lined with it. So she'll be okay.
All right.
Yeah.
She's like, I got wards on myself.
Yeah, she read that letter that Griffin wrote to Robin that Robin could never read because he was too sad. There are some contacts listed. Griffin said that they weren't the only ones.
Are there people in other countries?
I don't know.
That's all it
Probably.
says.
Yeah. Basically, Victoire is determined to fight. She's like, dying is the easy way out.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna fight. The end.
All right.
Whew.
Yeah, that's a heavy hitter right
That's a
there.
heavy hitter.
Topical.
Yeah, what'd you think? It was less YA than the novels I've brought you previously.
I enjoyed it a lot more. I don't know if you could tell. I was a lot more engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't like, ugh, every like 5 minutes like that one
Yeah.
she who will not be named.
Well, next time I'm gonna start telling you about the Embrace series, which is like my favorite series, my favorite YA series. So
Hmm.
you better not tear it apart. You might.
I make no promises. If it's good, there's good YA.
Yeah, yeah.
There's very good YA
Hmm.
out there. I reread the whole Percy Jackson series, and that was
Indeed.
good. Like it exists. It
Yeah.
holds up.
So Babel is like dark academia, right? It's
Hmm.
kind of like a subgenre of fantasy where like there's like secret societies and magic and like academia isn't all good. There's like dark parts to it, right?
Hmm.
So,
And I think it touches very well on the like guilt of privilege,
yes.
because it's like, yes, these people are given the world, or
Mhm.
at least as much of the world as they can be given at a certain point. But at the same time, there are still things to be upset about,
Mhm. Yeah.
and still things to be like things that need to change,
Mhm.
right? It's like you're painting me as ungrateful for these things when that might not necessarily be the case. Like, Robin could be grateful for the position he found himself in where he could make change,
Yeah.
right? Even though like that position is like not great. You know,
Mhm.
you can't just like, it's not like things are one dimensional,
Yeah.
right? It's kind of like how people are like, "Oh, you're rich, you can't like be upset about this thing."
About
You
like
know?
people about like things that poor people.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but you can still like understand that it's
Yeah,
bad for society, right? Even
exactly.
if you can't experience it.
Hmm. Something that Letty could never grasp.
Yeah, Letty. Poor Letty. She
I have no sympathy for her.
yeah. I do. I understand her.
I understand her and disagree.
Yeah. It's hard to be a revolutionary, you know?
Yeah, it is.
So well, on that sad sour note, we just hit 2 hours on this recording. So
Yeah.
woohoo!
Yeah. Well, at least it was a good book.
It was a good book. It was a really good book. I think I give
Yeah.
it 5 stars.
Yeah. Even after this, I might end up going and reading it.
Yeah, even though I've told you everything.
Yeah, I might still read it.
Yeah, I mean there were definitely details that I didn't tell you just because I can't tell you everything.
Hmm.
So you might enjoy some more of the details about the lore.
Yeah, and maybe like things will maybe their plan to just throw the professor off the ship will make more sense.
No,
It
it
doesn't.
doesn't make any more sense.
Okay,
Well,
maybe I
I
was
mean,
giving
obviously they
them.
had to get rid of the body. He was like dead. Otherwise, they couldn't just keep him there. He would rot.
Well, not only that, but his chest was imploded.
Yeah,
Like
like he
it's
would literally just start rotting.
it's
So
like what
obviously they
what are
had to get rid
they?
of the body.
It's like, what are they gonna say that, oh, like a chest burster came out of his chest?
Yeah, we're in the movie Alien now.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Yeah, so I think they should have just when they got back to London just been like he died and like immediately started out with it instead of trying to like keep pretending he was sick. Like literally, where could that have gone?
Yeah, no, I agree with that, though. I don't know about the whole like the sailors threw him overboard thing, because then you have someone to question,
Yeah,
right? And those sailors aren't gonna lie for
yeah.
you.
I mean, maybe they could have come up with something, but they didn't.
Yeah.
And the plan they came up with, like, it had a great start, covering up, But yeah,
It just did not.
it didn't have a great ending.
Did no follow through.
Didn't finish. All right, Tom. Thank you for reading Babel with me. I had a great time.
I also had a great time. This was a good book.
Mm-hmm. Goodbye.
Bye bye.